was, who were you asking this question? This is a very important question and very relevant question. Whom did I ask? Do you believe that you can attain self knowledge? Now, let us understand something. We have this body, okay? This body that we have, the body. In this body, the consciousness enters during birth, okay? Because this body, when it is formed, it is dead. So then the consciousness enters into this body. Now, when the consciousness enters into the body, the consciousness has to be contained within the body. Okay, so how does the consciousness gets contained into this body? The consciousness is infinite. How does this infinite consciousness come, enter into this finite body and remains there? It is done by the three attributes. We have three attributes, qualities: sattva, rajas, and tamas. So these three attributes, they hold this, this consciousness in the body, and they keep this consciousness intact within the body. Now there are two things. One is consciousness, which we all are, which is our nature, real nature, and the other is the world, or in Vedantic terms, it's called prakriti. Prakriti, that is nature. One is consciousness, which is beyond nature, which is my real self or real identity, and the other is nature, which I see. So what is that nature? The nature is these five elements, like earth, water, fire, space, and uh, earth, Bhumir, Apo, Anal, wind. So these are the five elements. And mind, intellect, and ego. This eight is called nature or prakriti. So when you talk about mind, it does not belong to you. It is actually nature. When you talk about intellect, it does not belong to you. It is part of the nature. When you talk about ego, it also does not belong to you. When you talk about this, this body is prepared by these five elements. That is, earth, water, wind, fire, and space, ether. So this body has these five elements: mind, intellect, and ego. Eight. This eight is called nature. So they are not you. Now what happens? You are consciousness. You enter into this body, and then you are chained in this body by the three attributes: sattva, rajas, and tamas. So now you got chained into this body, and then you have this nature, that is the body and mind, intellect, and ego. So when you're chained here, you want to go back to your original state, but you cannot go back to you want to go back to your original state, but you cannot go back. So then you find this these tools, that is the mind, intellect, ego, and you get associated with them. So the consciousness which gets associated with the body, the consciousness which gets associated with the mind, the intellect, the ego, that consciousness is called Jivatma. That is the living being. And that is what you are now. Patto means a Jivatma. Patto means a mixture of consciousness with mind, with ego, with intellect, with body, with this world. So this is Patto.